name's Joe Salvati, and I'm the owner of this wonderful place, Banko's Music LLC. We're down here in Ansonia, Connecticut, the East Main Street area. We've been together. This store has been here for over 62 years now. We came in with the flood of 1955, and we're still here. Urban legend was that with the flood, we were worried about the guitars getting damaged. Therefore, Mr. Banko, the previous owner, decided to hang the guitars on the ceiling to keep them away from the water if it became a threat. But luckily, the water came up to the curb, and we were fortunate not to have our store damaged at all. I am the second owner of the store. Mr. Banko was the original one, and he opened in 1955. I started working for him and his family in 1979, 1980, after I got out of Providence College. I asked for help for just one quarter. I could have used the extra money, and it's funny how life takes you down different avenues. We are a full-service music store. We're one of the few small mom and pop, as they would coin it, music stores. The mom and pop stores are rapidly disappearing, unfortunately, due to the presence of the big box stores, where these superstores come in with a lot of money, a lot of big square footage, fancy displays, huge inventories, supposedly great prices, and they have put a lot of the stores like ours out of business. Fortunately, we were able to hang on and survive the recession. In 2001, I purchased a store from Mr. Banko. I've been in band since I was in 7th grade. Started taking lessons upstairs here in our lesson rooms when I was 8 years old. Became a loyal Banko's customer back then and brought a lot of people here from Providence College. Gave the Banko family a lot of new customers from the Rhode Island area, and they became well known. At one time, I've owned up to probably 12 guitars, my own personal collection. Of course, with all the guitars hanging here, I've always considered all of them my children in a way because I own them, but my own personal guitar collection at one time was about 8 to 12 guitars, and since then I've thinned them down quite a bit. I've owned Gretsch's, Stratocasters, acoustic guitars, Yamaha guitars, Gibson, Les Pauls, pretty much you name it. I've probably owned it at one time in my life or other, and I have honed it down to 2 guitars right now. I have a Taylor. This is a very nice guitar. It's a solid top Taylor, made in Mexico. It's the 214 series. Again, I play in an acoustic band also, trio, and we use mostly guitar and acoustics and some percussion stuff, and it's mostly all vocals band. And then I also play in another band, which is an electric band. This was basically a guitar that Fender marketed to put into the music stores. I got this one, and I just love this guitar, and I've kept it since 93, 94. And This is the rest of our crew here. My wife Sherry, and she's been working with me running the store since we purchased the store back in 2001. And people say, well, I love my wife, and we've been together a long time, but I don't know if I could work with her 8 hours a day and go home and talk about dinner and everything else, but somehow we've managed to do it quite well, and we've been together for almost 20 years now. And this is our little child that we never had together. This is Lucy. She's consider her the CEO of the board, chairman of the board here. But
People actually come into the store just to pat her and to see her, so she's a tremendous addition to our store.
now Sherry left finance and investment firm to help me run the place, and so it made a switch in life when you went to where your heart took you, and I think you have to do that in life.
I do all the scheduling here of the lessons, and we have about 14 teachers, and it's a big part of the store. For a music store, you have to be a well-rounded, sales, lessons, and people come here for Joe's, expertise, his advice, his knowledge, and we won't sell you anything you don't need.
It's something to think about, going back to a small business module versus the huge big box store. So we hope that we're around, and there's a lot of other music stores like us still around in another 25, 30 years. We just hope so.